Okay, it's time to start Omega. Time to do some raiding in this expansion that I've heard is very good. Well, I'll be damned, Jaguar. If this isn't fate, I don't know what is. Looks like we got another raid with Biggs and Wedge. What if they just show up for every 8-man raid from here on out? The hunt for Omega. Wedge wears the expression of a man at his wit's end. Jaguar, thank the gods you're here. We need your help. In case you haven't heard, we've set up operations in Rauker's Reach while we look for Omega. It's been decidedly slow going, I'm sorry to say, and we still haven't seen the blast thing since it disappeared during battle with Shinryu. Which is not to say we haven't made any progress. We know now that Shinryu ended up in the Imperial's hands, and that it was shackled with some sort of very distinctive-looking bindings when they found it. Obviously, only you know what could have done something like that, and the fact that the restraints were still functioning suggests it didn't shut down when the chief instructed it to either. So those restraints were created by Omega. That makes sense. But it didn't shut down, seems like. Anyway, we were getting close to identifying Omega's whereabouts when we encountered what you might call a problem. Mayhap it would be best if you came to the workshop and saw for yourself. So this is the workshop they've set up here in Rauker's Reach. Nice. Yeah, I see the Ironworks logo over there on the boxes. Go on, suggest something, and I'll be sure to do the exact bloody opposite. Come now, Chief. That isn't terribly constructive. So much for improving efficiency. Yeah, well, what did you think was going to happen in assigning Nero and Sid to the same task? Spot the problem? Yep. Surprised? Aye, so were we. Has been brought in as a consultant, believe it or not. How many times do I have to tell you? You will play no part in this investigation. Your motives were dubious from the first, and nothing you have done since has served to make them any clearer. Out of necessity, I agreed to take part in Omega's activation, but that will be the extent of our cooperation. Those shades, though. Nice. Passing judgment without due consideration, openly disparaging colleagues. Not very chiefly of you, Chief. 1 second. I'll have you know I'm a sensitive new recruit who thrives on encouragement. Then I trust you'll thrive elsewhere when I encourage you to piss off. I will not have him on our roster, Jesse. Never mind anywhere near our work. His employment is to be terminated, effective immediately. Thing is, Chief, we've already paid him in full. It wasn't exactly a pittance either. 4/5 what you get was the agreement. Look, whatever disagreements you might have had in the past, the fact is, we could do with his expertise right now. Let him earn his keep, at the very least. I don't believe this. You claim my wholly justified ventures represent an unsustainable risk to the ironworks, and then pay him a sultan's ransom in advance? Him? Give me strength. This has been the way of it for a while now, on account of which we've had to put the investigation on hold. Let's investigate by ourselves. Tisk tisk. As much as I admire your enthusiasm, hero, you will not get very far without some brains to complement your admirable brawn. Happily, I am blessed with a surfeit of the former. From this moment forth, you shall be my chaperone. With the realm's savior watching my every move, I couldn't possibly make any mischief, which should surely serve to allay my employer's concerns. Forgive me, Jaguar. It was not my intent to embroil you in this mess. I didn't even know you were here. Seeing as you are, though, I cannot deny that I would be glad to have you on board. Well, I would be glad to be on board. I want to go investigate Omega. Fact is, we are no closer to understanding the true extent of Omega's powers, and even if it was damaged during its encounter with Shinryu, it seems highly doubtful that we will be able to disable it unaided. We've got as far as identifying its likely resting place, but I for one would need to feel a lot more confident about surveying the area with you around to deal with any unexpected surprises. Might I persuade you to lend us a hand once more, friend? Then it's settled. Chief, we have a problem. The etheric concentration levels at the yawn are soaring. Our readings doubled from one moment to the next. By the time we went to check them, they'd doubled again. What? That could only mean... Evacuate the site. I shall handle this matter personally. Biggs, Wedge, Jaguar, I need you with me at the yawn, to the south of here. That's where we believe Omega came to rest. Jesse, hold the fort while I'm gone, and, if possible, continue surveillance from a safe distance. Alright, Chief, watch yourself out there. Am I to stay and mind the shop too? Oh no, I'm not letting you out of my sight. But before you fill the room with maniacal laughter, I want you to remember something. When you collected your inexplicably lavish fee, the Ironworks creed became your creed. That's freedom through technology, in case you've forgotten, not supremacy through elegant ingenuity. Breach this contract and I will have my pawns of flesh. Yeah, you're on our terms now, Nero. Oh, this wasn't filled with whatever this is before. It was just a giant hole. I've got a bad feeling about this. Crikey, it was just a plain old hole before. Yeah. Ha, Would you look at that? What even is that stuff? What in the seven hells is going on here? Veritable sea of condensed aether. Our precious has been busy. Condensed aether. This regular aether is blue. Condensed aether is like this reddish purple. What villainy is this? Midgard Sormer? What are you doing here? In slumber sweet have I lain, mine offspring's war with man did end. Yet I should not choose but stir at this abhorrent stench. Have care, mortal, for within this great hollow lieth Omega. Long have we known one another. Our history spanneth eons and stars. What the? Oh gods, what's happening? Baby Chocobo. Chief, get out of here, there. It's a ghost? You're not dead. Apparently not. It passed straight through me, as if it were some sort of illusion. It is one of Omega's creations. Omega is a weapon wrought in a place beyond the reach of thy kind, capable of weaving aether into life. That serpent is yet unfinished, but doubt not that it will become a corporeal threat ere long. So it's in the middle of creating that serpent. Well, whatever it is, it's gone. Well, this peculiar thing remains. This must be another thing created by Omega. Que? If it looks like a chocobo, and Quez like a chocobo, I'm thinking it's probably a chocobo. Makes sense to me. You heard him quail, didn't you? He's a chocobo, I'm sure of it. Looks like a chocobo in the same way a mammoth looks like a person, if you know what I mean. Fascinating. We should dissect it in the name of science. I have no idea what it is, but it doesn't seem to pose any immediate threat. Que? The way it ques isn't unlike a chocobo, but it looks more like a stuffed doll to me. It's definitely a chocobo, trust me on this. The ones we Lollafels ride are all about this size, aren't they? suppose. Hey, alright, let's go with Chocobo for now. Thy mistress's blessing extendeth not unto this creature's soul, then. Very well. As this matter concerneth Omega, I shall speak with it in thy stead. Jaguar, aren't you going to introduce us to your knowledgeable little dragon friend? Oh yeah, guess they haven't met. What? The Medgardsormer? Who fought and fell at the Battle of Silvertear Skies? Here I was, content to be traveling in the company of just one legend. Without wishing to offend you, hero, the Father of Dragons does have something you do not, that being relevant knowledge. There's much we could learn from him. Little and less is known about Omega's origin. It first appeared in records dating back to the Third Astral Era, before the Allegan Empire reached its zenith, and said records had but one thing to do: Omega activation successful. That's the only historical records you have on this thing? In the centuries that followed, the Allegans enjoyed rapid technological development, but there was nary a further mention of Omega until its capture of Bahamut. Its existence is a mystery among mysteries, a tale among tales. It was always assumed that the Allegans built it, and I had no reason to believe otherwise. But now Midgardsormr tells us that it's not even of our world. Just so, it haileth from another star. More than that I will not say. Ooh, more lore about other stars. I've spoken with this being. Telleth of a strange plane beyond this hollow, wherein it did reside from the moment of its creation. For reasons unknown, it was ordered to fight. It being weak, it chose flight instead, and thus crossed over unto this world. Ordered to fight? By Omega? Why in the seven hells would it do that? To put its creations to the proof. If you would know more, go forth and look upon the truth with your own eyes. Wait, saying we should jump in? You have not to fear from the fall. The hollow hath become a portal into Omega's domain. Once there, this being shall guide you. Wait, are you going to another star? Servant of Hydaelyn, fate bringeth me to Omega. If it be in thine intent to pursue it, I shall lend thee my strength. So, you really can show us around inside the hole, can you? Quer. Oh, we've got an event. The stage just keeps getting better and better. I'm not too keen on this jumping idea. There are rocks that can swim better than me. Are we seriously thinking about going for a dip in that pink muck? Quer. Guess we're going in. Well, I doubt any of us imagined things would come to this, but the Father of the Dragons has given his assurance. Let us take our investigation into the Yon. I've already apprised Jessie of our intent and instructed her to have our engineers on standby. Since we have no way of knowing what awaits us in there, I need you to be ready for anything. Are you? Sure. Let us begin. Oh, here we go. Now we're all invisible. What is this place? And what's wrong with us? I can see straight through me. We died from poison. We're all dead now. Welcome home, Alpha. Welcome, mortals. Alpha. What is this thing? I am Omega, and I've awaited your coming. I communicate with you now via one of my monitors. This is one of Omega's monitors. It's creepy looking. Stand in the rift between dimensions, where a vital experiment is presently in progress. Your participation is appreciated. Please indicate your consent. Blip. Uh-oh. What kind of experiments are we getting into? Experiment. If you want our participation, you'll have to tell us a little more than that. Oh, we're disappearing. Non-participating entities will be summarily erased. Please indicate your consent. Is it really consent if you're threatening to kill us if we don't? Or erase us from existence? Seems we can't even exist here without Omega's leave. I think it's fairly clear what you have to do, don't you? Alright, we consent. Thank you for your cooperation. You are provisionally assigned to the Alpha Group. Whoa. Cool. Interdimensional rift. Looks like some manner of tower or egg. Oh, this is really cool. The aim of this experiment is to determine the mightiest being in creation. To that end, 89 candidates have been selected and recreated. They are grouped by dimension, matched by strength, and pitted against one another. That which you identify as a chocobo is Subject Alpha, and you have been assigned to its group. This assignation is tentative, however. Pending an assessment of your fitness to serve as fully fledged test subjects, your combat capabilities will be evaluated shortly. Combat capabilities? You mean you want us to fight? Affirmative. Course shall be constructed for this purpose, through which you must attempt to fight your way. Your suitability will be confirmed upon reaching the Deltascape test world beyond. Please note, however, that only entities with existential authorization may interact with objects in the rift. Of your number, only Alpha has at this present. Before you engage in combat, said authorization must be temporarily transferred to you. Okay, I'm already really digging this rage. Ha! An invitation from Omega itself. Not even I could have foreseen this. We are accepting it, of course. It's preferable to summary erasure, as I'm sure you'll agree. Alpha, was it? My colleagues and I are minded to participate in Omega's experiment. Will you transfer your authorization to us? Existential authorization transferred. Subjects ready to engage. Please begin at your own convenience and proceed as directed. No telling what awaits. Stay sharp. So where do we go exactly? I'd hope if there were a path. I think this floor moves. Let's all gather at the center. Cool. Is that one of those monitors? Shall we show our strength to it? It's different to the ones from earlier. Take the lead, Jaguar. We'll follow. What is this? Invulnerable. No good. It's protected by some sort of barrier. Ooh, barriers are my specialty. I'll have this down before you know it. Now this is my kind of battle. Chief, something's happening with the cube. Oh. Hide. I'm gonna hide from it. Oh, so it changes into a life form, and a hostile one at that. We'll see to this creature, Wedge. Keep at the barrier. Biggs, watch his back. Hello, Litterbox. Just now starting Omega. Another one. Seems they'll continue spawning so long as the monitor is operational. Well, that's not good. Ha! It's out of commission. The trick is to reverse the barrier's current. Well done, Wedge. That just leaves the enemy. Alright. Just kill this one. Some kind of teleporter. Looks like we're going through. I'll give it a try. Hey, wait! Hey, someone's here to follow. Come on, let's go through. Wonder what awaits. Relocate to point 2. Oh, wow. This is really cool. Right, same approach as before, Wedge and Biggs. The monitor is yours. The rest of us tend to the enemy. Whenever you're ready, Jaguar. Baldanders. It's kind of a silly name. Been so long since I did any of this content, it's cool to see it all again. Yeah, I imagine so. This came out in like 2017. That was like 7 years ago, assuming you did it on launch. So many of them. Okay, just got the monitor down. What does this stuff do? Okay, nothing. Didn't know if that was safe to stand in or not. Seems it is pretty safe. I already love this. Just based on the aesthetics of this raid. 2 monitors. Stay focused. We're almost there. Biggs, this time you get a monitor as well. Jaguar, you know what to do. I should think I'm no less qualified to tinker with these toys. Have care. Sense a formidable presence. Behemoth, going to have to roll up our sleeves. Never one for half measures, eh, Omega? This thing that does the meteors in Crystal Tower. We're gonna have to hide. Oh dang, took a lot of damage right there. Okay, one monitor down. Oh, it's casting a meteor. You have to kill it. Okay, that was close. Nice. That's our goal. Deltascape, if I'm not mistaken. What do you think is waiting for us in there? Omega said that it groups subjects by dimension. The creatures we fought on the way were merely intended to separate the wheat from the chaff. It would seem certain that far greater challenges await inside those egg-like objects. Our fellow test subjects, most like. But I'm not certain what to make of that castle. Could it somehow be connected to the subjects? Queer. It is a castle of some sort. Alpha, but hold on a moment. Shouldn't either one or the other of us be translucent? Blip. Subjects confirmed to have arrived at the Deltascape. Analysis complete. Congratulations, you are approved for participation. Your strength places you in the self-same tier as Alpha, the feeblest and farthest removed from myself. Oh, Alpha on one side of the spectrum and Omega on the other side of the spectrum. I see what they did there. Nevertheless, you are fully fledged test subjects. Welcome. Weakest of challengers. As corporeal life forms, you need not undergo development within a test world. Instead, you may use this space freely. Not quite what I've chosen, but one must make do. Speaking of which, what is it that we're supposed to do exactly? You are to enter the Deltascape and defeat all test subjects within. Please note, however, that strength in numbers will not be acknowledged. There's a strict limit upon how many entities can participate in combat. Only a small party may have existential authorization transferred by Alpha. Good luck. Seems the eggs do contain our fellow test subjects, just as I predicted, eh, Garland? Before we turn our thoughts to the Deltascape, suggest we set up a base of operations here. Oh, nice. So I'm guessing... yeah, there's lots of other eggs containing test subjects around here. I was thinking about asking the crew to throw some supplies in after us, but only the gods know if they'd make it here in one piece. You can bet they wouldn't be the right way up if they did, though. Whew. All that jumping and fading and fighting really took it out of me. What I need now is a steaming hot cup of tea, and nothing makes a better brew than the Mark 14 Thermocoil Boilmaster. Coming soon to a Garland Ironworks approved vendor near you. Sorry, Jesse made me do it. Que? Quite impressive for an improvised arrangement, even if I do say so myself. Now then, let's see what we can learn from our host's many monitors. It's somewhat cobbled together, but this should suffice as a base of operations. Take heart, old friend, though every step we take seems to raise more questions. We will wade through this mire of mysteries eventually. Of that I have no doubt. Into the Deltascape. Sid is eager to proceed with the investigation. Right then, what to do next? We know that Omega is conducting tests to determine the strongest being. But we do not know its ultimate purpose, nor even its exact whereabouts. Plainly, however, it is within Omega's power to curtail our stay here whensoever it chooses. Accordingly, we have little choice but proceed as bidden and defeat the test subjects waiting in the Deltascape. Yeah, that's true. Omega has complete power over us here. He can just choose to erase us from existence at any moment. Well, Alpha certainly seems keen, though it might be best if you left the fighting to the others, little one. Little head tilt seemed confused. Is Alpha actually like a super powerful fighter? That is, of course, assuming others are willing. What say you, old friend? This promises to be a most entertaining foray, and I would not dream of missing any part of it. You may rely on me to provide you with remote support. With commendable foresight, I took the liberty of borrowing the various monitors that were lying around, and I shall extract all the information I can from them. Que. It's a pity none of us speaks Chocobo. As I recall, though, we are supposed to have Alpha transfer his authorization to us prior to engaging in combat. In which case, Jaguar, you'll need him to accompany you into the Deltascape. See to your preparations, and proceed whenever you are ready. Got a nice little base set up here. Books and everything. Que. Alpha appears eager to proceed. May enter Deltascape V 1.0 whenever you are ready. Cool. Anybody watching that would like to join me? In your hunt for the elusive Omega, you and your comrades find yourself unwitting subjects in its fiendish experiment. With no recourse but to do as bid, resolved to venture into the Deltascape to do battle against unknown foes. Before you looms the test world, the image of a mysterious castle framed within its egg-like contour. At this point, we're doing little more than fumbling in the dark. Take care in there, you hear? Yeah, of course, Litterbox. You're always welcome to join. Alright, let's do a ready check. Cool. Hope we're gonna get some cool new soundtrack here. The one from Alexander, Locus. That's probably one of my favorite songs in the entirety of Final Fantasy XIV so far. Definitely listen to that, like, on a weekly basis. I was wondering how they were gonna go forward with a raid as cool as Alexander was. Definitely looks like they've done it. Surprised no insta-Q. Yeah, same. Two healers and not an instant Q? What is this? Oh, you went DPS. It's whatever you want to do. I didn't see you change DPS. Anything is cool. The weather. Dimensional disruption. I like how they go through the effort of naming weather components in like these weird places where there's not normal weather. Like a giant pool of more condensed ether below us. Dang, all the other egg things I can see from here are empty. I was gonna try to see if I could figure out what locations are on the other ones. Or only this one has something on it. Dang, this queue really is taking a while. Guess there's not many people running 8-man roulettes right now. It's an apple. Nice. egg right there kind of looks like it has something on it. But the angle's not great for seeing what it is. Nice, finally. This is cool. It's the flying serpent thing from earlier. Jaguar, do you hear me? Your opponent is called Outroute. No idea what the name means, but good luck. Alpha's granted us his power or whatever it was. Nice. Alright. Let's die to mechanics that I don't know. Possibly. Hello, Parker. Perfect timing. We just got into Omega after like a 20-minute queue. Oh, I do not want to stand near those. Oh, I see. Wind blows the fire. What's this? Lightning? Oh no. I have to stack with this. Okay. Seems quite challenging. Oh no. Ah. That was almost bad. Really likes to freeze the ground. See, so he's gonna blow these ones away. Nope. Those exploded and then he blows the other ones away. Okay. Oh, what was that? Nice. And it fades out of existence. Grab all this. Cool. That wasn't too complicated a fight. But it was also the first fight, so it makes sense. I liked that one better than the first fight of Alexander on normal. This one that we just did, at least it wasn't over in like 5 seconds. Well done, my friend. We were lucky enough to witness every moment of your struggle via the Deltascape's various surveillance devices. I dare say we had a better view than you did. Gaining control of them was the extent of our accomplishments for this outing. I suppose we also did learn your adversary's name. Rest assured, however, that there will be plenty more such outings. Preliminary analysis suggests that there are 4 combatants in the Deltascape, all told, including your friend Altroid, which means you'll be required to win 3 further bouts, with deltas 2 to 4, in this test world alone. Needless to say, there are plenty more such worlds in the Rift, holding the remaining 85 subjects between them. Yes, this raid you fight 85 bosses. Plainly, our host has gone to no small amount of trouble. Why, it is so obsessed with determining the strongest being, is another question. Omega seeketh to prove itself, to evolve. This was ever its primary directive. Through contending with mighty foes, it groweth stronger. Having vanquished the vile simulacrum you call Shinryu, a greater adversary was needed. In the absence of a being, it had but to create one. Oh, interesting. So in the name of self-improvement, it wants to make a new playmate. It chose to undertake the task here to avoid outside interference, yes? So it destroyed all of its enemies, but it still wanted to grow stronger through combat, and so it's now just creating its own enemies. Hey, pawn shop. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well as well. In part. The making of life is not Omega's primary function. It bringeth complex beings into the corporeal realm, only at great cost to itself. As such, it employeth this plane to test unfinished works, that it might determine a single entity worthy of creation. If I understand you correctly, the moment Omega's grand experiment is complete, it will give birth to a creature mightier than Evian than Shinryu, and then proceed to fight it. Gods help us all if a battle of that scale should come to pass. The powers unleashed would be enough to bring about another calamity. Assuming the dragon has the right of it, all test subjects must needs be works in progress, save for ourselves, of course. But how then do we explain Alpha? As I recall, it manifested corporeally outside the rift. Then again, it's hardly the most complex of creatures. Mayhap it was finished by accident. Don't you make fun of Alpha. He's a good boy, and if it hadn't been for him, we would have all been erased. He might not be strong, but he's brave, and reliable, and adorable. Yes, to all of those. Changing the subjects for a moment. Chief, after you lost track of Omega, you re-engaged its stasis systems, right? Meaning something somewhere isn't working like it should. I only ask because me and Wedge have done pretty much all we can here. We are wondering if it might be worth going to Cartanu to look into it. That would be a great help. Nero and I can handle things at this end. We'll be off then. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, eh? And you be a good boy, Alpha. Do as you're told. Look after Jaguar for me. Doing some dailies. Nice, nice. A catastrophe waiting. Sid seems keen to pit you against the next foe in the Deltascape. You must pray that Biggs and Wedge are able to repair the stasis system. If they can't, you will have little choice but see Omega's experiment all the way to its bitter conclusion. A tall order, I concede, and one that would require you to prove yourself the mightiest being in creation. Well, we must hope for the best and plan for the worst, which in this case means pressing on with the tests. Are you ready for the next foray? One moment, Chief. My analysis is yet incomplete, but it would seem Subject Delta 2 is capable of manipulating gravity. Gravity. How fortunate then that I but recently changed to assemble something which might mitigate its effects. An anti-gravity gimbal. May it serve you well. Que. Alpha appears eager to proceed. You may enter Deltascape V2. Alright. Anybody in chat want to join for this one? You have triumphed in your maiden encounter within the Deltascape, but there are more tests to come, each bound to be more trying than the last. According to Nero's analysis, your next opponent is capable of manipulating gravity. By way of a countermeasure, he sends you off with one of his curious contraptions, an anti-gravity gimbal. Alright, cool. I'll invite you, Parker. And you too, Litterbox. Alright, doing a ready check. Alright, let's hope the queue for this one is shorter than the last one. Got 3 people this time instead of just 2, so hopefully that means it'll go a little faster. Gotcha, pawn shop. This music is really nice to listen to. we're in. So we're going inside the castle now. Ah, there it is. Catastrophe. Fitting name for the havoc it will doubtless wreak. Have fun now. What is that thing? Just got out of the tension. You can join for the third one if you want to. But we got a anti-gravity gimbal. Hopefully I'll know when to use it. 100 Gs, that seems like something. Okay, good. Okay, I should use this. Okay, nice. Saw everybody else too, using the gravity. Cool. This is certainly interesting so far. Got tentacles. Oh dang. 100 Gs. Everybody took a vulnerability stack from something. Oh, that was look away. Oh dang. This is pretty cool how we're all just floating here. Light and darkness. What are we doing here? Oh, I can't look away. 4 stacks of vulnerability. Someone else says 6 stacks of vulnerability. Do we stand in these? Oh. The answer is no. We do not stand in those. We run away from those. That is what we want to do. Okay, I don't understand this mechanic. I'm just gonna stay away from it. What the? Okay. I have no idea what that was. Underneath these, we should be fine then, right? What is this? Okay, clearly I didn't understand many of the mechanics in that fight, but somehow we got through it. Oh, we can still use this. That's great. Cool. A rousing performance, made possible by my anti-gravity gimbal. Lest you wonder, you're not supposed to be able to descend of your own volition. The device worked quite as intended. It just wasn't intended for use on living. Well, let's just say it wasn't exactly its intended use. At any rate, that's another mighty foe laid low. And may I say that I had every faith you would succeed. Croak Queen. We're gonna deal with a frog? Sid looks expectantly in your direction. I doubt we'll be hearing from Biggs and Wedge for a while yet. Shall we push on here in the meantime? Reliable as ever. Without further ado then, let us move things along. According to the analysis, your next opponent, Delta 3, is being named Halicarnassus. Wait. Halicarnassus, you say? Queen of the Dimension Castle. Isn't that... Didn't we fight a boss named that before? In... I think Hawk Manor? What's this? You know of her? You mean you don't? Well, I suppose a blue-blooded brat such as you would have no interest in humble folk tales. It appears a lesson is in order. Halicarnassus is a character from an ancient fable. In the tale, she is one of the chief antagonists, and as such, things are wont to unfold. She meets her end at the hands of the heroes, incurably valiant youths not unlike your adventurer friend here. Literary historians have speculated that the tale could be loosely based on events which took place in the Fourth Astral Era. But little remains of that age, and there's no way to verify the claim. Indeed, most now assume the story to be a work of pure fiction. Alright, I'll send you an invite, Pawn Shop, as soon as I'm finished with this cutscene. You mean to tell me that Omega is populating its grand experiment with fictional characters? It would seem your understanding is yet lacking. Scant grasp have I of that which men would know, of that which men know and know not. Mark me then, Omega hath no soul, no mind's eye in which to envision a rival. To bring forth new life, must needs draw upon that which hath already been, its every creation another's conception. Ooh, so he's creating beings, fictional beings, that exist through stories. This limitation is concealed by the breadth of its experience. It possesseth the means to retain the knowledge of entire eras, not only of this reflection, yet it perceiveth not this knowledge as we do. Fact, fiction, the distinction holdeth no meaning for Omega. All is equal in its size. If a thing is logical, it can be created. Ha ha ha, that such a wondrous weapon should exist. Surpasses my wildest imaginings, and they were wild indeed. But I gather not everyone shares my excitement. What's the matter, Garland? Lost your nerve? Quiet, Nero. We are adults thinking. We adults are thinking. But mayhap now is not the time. Jaguar said that he was ready to continue, and so am I. Let's deal with Halicarnassus. Alright. Let's invite Pawn Shop to the group. Quay? Alpha appears eager to proceed. You may enter Deltascape V3.0 whenever you are ready. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick break before we enter this third one. Be right back. Okay, back. Fresh from your victory over the grotesque catastrophe, you set your sights upon the next battle. Your foe is a being named Halicarnassus, an antagonist from a classical novel, wherein she rules as the queen of Dimension Castle. Yet be it born of past fact or fiction, the struggle ahead promises to be very real. Cool. Let's do this. Insta-Q. Nice. I guess because we have 2 healers and 2 tanks, that's enough to get an instant Q. But one of the DPS didn't make it in time. This looks pretty. What fools are these who have entered my domain? No matter, you shall remain here for my pleasure. Oh, I got turned into a toad. Several people did. Stack. Stack and spreads, I see. Yeah, we definitely fought a version of Halicarnassus in Hawk Manor. I distinctly remember wiping to that Rain of Blades mechanic. Ooh. That was cool. What was that? Oh. That was a cool mechanic. I'm assuming something bad would have happened if someone stood on the wrong tile. Stand here. Okay. Interesting. Oh, run. Wasn't fast enough. What's trying to make it blue? Okay, yeah, whenever she says, like, the board comes to life or whatever, then we have to step on blue. And I'm a frog again. Spread out. Oh no. I was too busy focused on mechanics, I didn't realize everyone was so low at health till the last moment. What is this? What is this? Okay, this is really cool mechanic. That was great. Okay, stand on the healer spot. Oh, how do you? What is the tell for that frog mechanic? I can't tell. All right, best fight yet in Omega. Need on all these. I'm assuming it's the same as Alexander, where you use those to buy gear. Cool. Thanks all of you for joining me for that. Okay, one more in Deltascape. Glad you're safe, Jaguar. For a moment there, I feared you might croak. Forgive me, you deserve better than that. Thanks to you, we are but one victory away from clearing the Deltascape. Take as much rest as you need, old friend. You've earned it. Avoid at all costs. Sid is eager to tackle the Deltascape's final test subject. Yeah. It's okay. I ate a lot of mechanics there too. Because I haven't gone through this at all. The next battle is with Subject Delta 4, this test world's final resident. From what I have been able to gather, your opponent is, and I quote, a great tree born of an agglomeration of evil, which assumes the form of a dark mage, all of which I suggest you ignore. Great tree. His name is X-Death, and he plays the role of a chief antagonist in another ancient tale. Though I was unable to glean the specifics of his abilities, he appears to command the power of the void, as indeed the story states. When I first encountered the work, I naturally assumed said power to be a metaphor of sorts, but I'm quite sure Omega will have interpreted it as something more tangible. Alas, no amount of analysis which can tell us what may happen when X-Death calls upon the power of the void, which is to say, beware. Tell me something, Nero. What happens at the end of the tale? Why, good triumphs over evil and the heroes defeat X-Death, of course. What did you expect? I expected exactly that, which is precisely what troubled me earlier. If the heroes won, why did Omega not make them its test subjects? Ah, that's a good question. If it seeks to determine the strongest being, why would it bother with those who were defeated? One moment, Link Pearl. Ah, Biggs. At the control room, are you? What news? I see. Very well. I'll tell the others. You two take care over there. Sorry for the interruption. That was Biggs. He reports that the stasis system shows every sign of being engaged, despite the fact that it clearly isn't. It can only be a malfunction. While we were able to turn it off, it would seem that the reverse is not possible. The system may have taken damage during the calamity. Does it look like it can be repaired? Hard to say. Tell me it seems complex even by Allegan standards. Well, they may be able to fix it. There's no telling how long that might take. Well then, must keep on fighting the good fight here, must we not? Nero has the right of it. At this time, focusing on X-Death would seem to be our only recourse. Chocobo certainly has no objections. Come then. I would see you follow in the footsteps of the heroes of the tale. It's a smart plan they've got going on, trying to re-able the stasis machine, because in here, Omega has power over us and could, like, erase us from reality any second. But out there, Omega has no power. So if you can disable him from the outside... Que. Alpha is the picture of resolve. You may enter Deltascape V4.0 whenever you are ready. So you come to the final encounter in the Deltascape. Awaiting you is yet another villain from a work of fiction known as X-Death, who is described as an evil tree that assumes the form of a dark mage. Doubt not but that this will be your toughest test yet, but overcome it you must if you are to head off Omega's threat. Cool. Another insta-Q. Nice. Finally, it is in my grasp. The power to control all creation. The power of the void. This dude doesn't look like a tree at all. Not very tree-like of you. We got Doom. All right. Oh. That was not where we wanted to stand. My true strength lies in the void. And in the void all is laid bare. What the? Alright, we got a stack. Whoa. Dang. That was scarier than it looked. What is happening? Oh no, the rails are gone. Assuming we don't want to stand near these. Don't like standing near the edge. I feel like there's definitely going to be something to attempt to knock us off. Oh, another meteor. There's no other reason the rails would be there and then suddenly not be there unless there's some sort of mechanic that involves falling off. Oh, I had one. I didn't realize I was one of the people with them. Decisive battle. This thing has a face. Oh. I'm zombified. I knew it. Nothing I could do there, though. Being a zombie. Kia Chad moved from the summoner there. Using the res. Or wait, was that the summoner? Or did we have Red Mage too? Why? The void was mine to command. How could it? Arr. Deltascape complete. Couldn't quite see the edge of the arena, and I was like, yeah, that should be far in it. That's what happened to me on Ozma in the Weeping City of Mach when I did that fight. Had one of those markers that I need to spread out with, and I was trying to get close to the edge as possible, and I walked straight off. What does the level checker say? Delta 4 eliminated. No more Deltascape subjects remain. Initiating world shutdown. Are we inside, like, the big tower thing? Jaguar, thank the gods you're safe. When the shell around this place began to crack, we feared the worst. Oh wait, no, this is the cracked egg? Given that all of us are present and corporeal, does this mean this area is no longer the Deltascape? Beep. Deltascape shutdown complete. Alpha Group is victorious. Congratulations. Tanks shaking hands with healers. Insta-Qs. Yeah. Your combat record has been archived for future matchmaking. Results from other test worlds are still pending. In the meantime, please tend to your hurts and wait for further instructions. Blip. And with that, we've taken a significant step towards solving the mystery that is Omega. It won't be easy, but all in all, I'd say things were proceeding rather smoothly. Couldn't have done it without you, old friend. Come, let us return to reality and enjoy what rest we can. Things are proceeding smoothly indeed. Too smoothly. 'Tis well that thou harbourest doubts, mortal, but they are misplaced. Omega could have conducted its tests in complete secrecy, unbeknown to all. Yet not only did it betray its presence to you, it allowed you to come this far. Alpha, what art thou truly? Alright, prediction. It shows me here because it thinks that I have a possibility of being the most powerful enemy for Omega to face. So I'm gonna rise through the ranks and then end up fighting Omega at the end. Calling it right now. Right now. The instrument of the mortal's triumph, or the bait that lureth them onto the abyss. Thou knowest not thine own purpose, then we can but watch and wait. Blip. Outcome unexpected. Projections gave Delta subjects the upper hand. Outcome supports hypothesis. As previously observed, certain beings may unleash hidden potential when subjected to stress. Initiating new test. Subject Alpha Group members to severe stress. Searching database for suitable event. Bloop. Event found. The death of a comrade. Oh no. No, wait. Don't kill anyone. Que. For all Garland's whining, I was cooperative and helpful, was I not? I look forward to many such forays together, hero. Feels good to be back on solid ground. Thank you again, old friend. You did well too, Alpha, fearlessly going into battle whenever you were called upon. We're glad to have you with us. Speaking of which, are you comfortable joining us out here? I'll take that as a yes. Well then, at the risk of obeying Omega's orders, I suggest we permit ourselves a moment's respite. But mayhap I should take this opportunity to compile the results of our investigation thus far. No rest for the righteous. Nice. Well, I suppose that's it for Deltascape. So, no stream next week at all. Because I'm actually busy Friday, so I'll have to reschedule the next stream to Tuesday of the week after next week. Let's see, that's April 30th. That's when the next stream will be. And I'll be going up Kogani Tower, trying to get to the top. Be interesting to see how that goes. Oh, another announcement regarding the channel. I decided to create a Discord for the channel, so there's the link to that in the description if you'd like to join. Just barely started, so we'll have to grow in time as far as channels and everything. Kogani Tower speedrun. Beat Pint's record. Alright. Sounds good. But yeah, after that, after we tackle Kugane, I'd like to kind of go through things in order that they were added. So I'll be like going through the story and alternating between the Alliance raid and the Alliance raid and Omega. For two reasons. One, because I just want to kind of experience what it would be like if this were a current expansion, and second reason being it kind of switches things up. We'll be doing like a little bit of MSQ, a little bit of rating, kind of switching things up between the two. But yeah, next stream will be Kugani Tower on April 30th. Hope to see you there. Thanks all of you for joining. Be sure to subscribe if anyone isn't already. And of course, join the Discord if you want to. And I will see you guys all later. Hope everyone has a good night and a good weekend. Alright, see y'all later.